After that long intro, welcome to this brand new Let's Play of Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. I got this game a couple weeks ago, I think, and I've played through a little bit of it, as you can probably see the continue button, but not the whole thing, and I decided I want to Let's Play it. Have this as my first game. I'm going to start recording stuff like Tomb Raider and Amnesia and other horror games like this, but I want to start with this real quick. Well, not real quick, because it's a long and very hard game. The bit I've played, I had a lot of trouble, so... yeah, I'll know what I will be doing up to where I left off on my free play. Or test run, whatever you want to call it. So, let's see, we got all the controls correct? Yep. I switched some of the controls because some of them were too difficult for me to memorize. Well, memorize isn't the right word, more of get used to. I just kind of switched it more like to say Alice Madness Returns controls, because I'm actually so used to those on PC. I will be playing that as well. I'll be playing a lot of Steam games on my computer, like Metro, Tomb Raider, Alice, Penumbra, Amnesia, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to do this. So, anyways, let's start the game. Private investigator. I want to go Boy Scout. You guys have no idea how hard this game is. Anyway, I'll shut up.
Now, at my end, I can fully see. My last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
Phonograph. At least I think that's what it's called. He doesn't look too happy.
I like the way you smile at me.
So we're in an asylum. What are you doing? No, don't do that.
I like the way you smile
Jack, you know that's not the answer. He uses blender right now? Yeah, this guy's name's Jack. That was lovely. Okay. Yeah, so we're playing as a guy named Jack Walters. And he's basically crazy. Right. Game tips are currently active. If you don't want to see any game tips, they can be turned off from the game options. You can press the escape key at any time during the gameplay to access the options menu. Okay, thank you. I hope you guys can hear me okay, because I know my mic is pretty quiet. I turned down the game volume, just to be sure. Smoking's bad for your health. Don't smoke. Don't smoke, viewers. Massachusetts, 6th of December, 19... I didn't read it, 59.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any. Victor?
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Yeah, just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
And his body just disappears when the camera moves into him so we can see his point of view. Alright, whoa. My mouse is suddenly sensitive. Why is my mouse suddenly so sensitive? Hang on. It wasn't like this before. No, it says it's always been. This is me.
Come on, Jack. We haven't got time to hang around.
Shut up. Mouse sensitive is terrible. Hang on. I don't know why it's doing this. I didn't have this problem before. Down to 3. Alright. That's still bad. Whatever. I'm gonna bring it back up to it. No, wrong button. I'm gonna bring it back up to 5 then. Because that's how it's always been for me, and I've never had problems. Why can't I remember? Right here.
It's taking him so long.
Just try to get used to it, I guess.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the
Horrible
shadows.
animation.
He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
You think? Oh! Alright. Come on, Jack. It's okay. Is it Fraps doing it or something? So yeah, we can't exactly run in this game. But we can, Jack changes speed sometimes, I think. Ah, damn mouse! What's Fraps doing? Well, shut, whatever. Alright. I had to turn the brightness up a bit because I couldn't see a damn thing with the brightness on. How it's supposed to be, so yeah, had to turn it up. I might even turn it up more if it's like dark in the recording as well. I don't know, Oh my goodness! I might have to turn it down while my Fraps there. I don't even know if that's what's doing it. No, not 1. Back to 2. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know why that happened. That's never happened to me before. That's weird.
A depiction of some alien creature.
Ah, it's the old Yith. Alright, I'll come out clean. I have seen a walkthrough. I have seen a Let's Play on this game before. Doing this, so I kinda know what's coming, but...
That one to the right.
Like,
Kill him.
of course, my memory being how it is, I'm probably gonna forget half of it when I get to the part I haven't played yet. So, and I'm gonna do my best not to
That's an unusual design.
look up a walkthrough every time I get stuck. So, yeah, these are all pictures of
This blasphemous image makes me feel uneasy.
Cthulhu and the Yith and stuff like that. This is some weird blasphemous cult or whatever. Here's the thing.
As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become more and more eager to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their intellect and knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future.
Well, that's a little depressing. do is press I. Got a thingy here. No. Well. Pause if you want to read all that, guys. Because I've read all this. If people like want me to actually read it out loud, just let me know in the comments and I'll start doing that. But until someone says that, I'm not going to. At least not until I get to the parts where I haven't read it yet. When I get there, then I might think about reading it out loud.
That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look.
That, my friends, is a save point. We do not have free saving in this game. We actually have to get to like a save point over here, which is kind of like checkpoints, but kind of not. I don't know.
An old grandfather clock.
Yeah.
Kill them all!
Alright, can I get...
It's locked.
Oh, yeah, that's alright. So, it's been a while since I played the beginning.
It won't budge.
Budge.
It won't budge.
There's a way of doing it. Yeah, I get stuck on the wall. Okay. Yeah, I apologize if I end up using a random English accent. Just become a bad habit of mine.
At last! Thank you.
Lovely. You want to stay crouched, I think?
He seemed to recognize me. I don't get it. His body is covered in tattoos, and they were carved into his flesh with something sharp.
Lovely.
Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful.
Alright. Don't go in sneak mode. I don't need sneak mode right now. Okay. So we need to explore this hallway a little bit more. Ah, here's a room.
Poisoning by the looks of it.
Oh no.
He's dead. They're all dead.
I shouldn't have looked at that. Yeah, we actually can get insane by looking at unsettling things.
Poison appears to have been on the menu.
What kind? Vision's all blurry.
Suicide. Or rather, mass suicide. I can't open it.
What he said is it was a mass suicide or whatever, and reminds me of the Jim Jones thing, which I'm not going to bring up because that
He's
tale
dead.
actually somewhat horrifies
They're
me.
all dead.
My heart's going. I really need to get out of this room. Ah, okay.
A diary. This will make interesting reading.
Ah, screw it. I'll just read everything out loud. You definitely don't want to be in that room there, because you can go insane by looking at those things. Kind of like Amnesia, but not quite as bad. Or, well, actually, yeah, it's worse.
Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Ah, we've been expecting you, Mr. Walt.
Nice!
Damn. He recognized me. And it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint.
They blew his face in!
Damn. He recognized me. And it sounded like he was going to get on the key. Good. I better keep my distance from the window, or I'll...
Thank you. You've picked up an inventory item. Open. Just
Oh,
tell us how to
this
use
nut job.
How to use a key. You can get up now. Close the door. And I think we can use this key for the lower level. Let's see. Save my game again. Oh, I saved over my free play file. Screw it, I don't care. I have a bad habit of doing that. Oh well.
It's locked.
Oh, right. I used the key.
The key doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit. Then where does it go?
It's unlocked.
It goes here. Okay. Alright. Hey, those are all me. Or Jack. Yeah, it can't be me, I'm a woman.
I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos.
They're
All of them.
Stalkers.
There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want me here?
Calm down, Jack.
It must be an old case. Something I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I've gotta think.
Okay, Jack, calm down. Vision's all blurry, heart's beating. Calm down, you're having a panic attack. Just stop it. I Yeah, that can get really annoying. in this
Another
game.
key. This should fit the door across the hall.
Oh.
All these photos and clippings are of me. I
You
just
got a
don't
stalker,
get it.
Jack. Oh, this guy was obsessed. Look at this. He definitely... That's a stalker if I've ever seen one. Right. Let's get out of here and put that key into that one door that I couldn't open. That I tried to use the other key on. Stop lagging.
It's unlocked.
There you go. And I'm not gonna say it again. Alright. Something down here.
The drawer holds an ancient manuscript. The symbols for nutcases, they seem quite literate.
I think this is like the only
There
time
are
we'll ever get to see
definitely
our
some
reflection.
strange sounds coming from this side of the room.
Yeah, see? It's like our reflection. Yeah, you get the worst jump animation in the world. Alright. Let's see what we got. Not in the diary. Here we go. Let me see if I can make a voice.
We have been watching him now for 2 months. I feel my anticipation growing as the day of contact draws near. Victor has not yet divulged his final plan for bringing Mr. Walters to us. All I know is that we must succeed. The sermon today was inspiring. Victor enlightened us with a story of the great race transcending the bounds of time to visit his dreams, of the conscious things on this earth and in the ocean depths. We are but servants to a greater design. I can only hope that my faith during these last days will win me favor when our masters step through the gate. Yes. The experiments below have claimed one more of our order. Another volunteer is needed, but many are willing. We are truly blessed through our faithful service. Now that his coming grows so close.
Yep, stalker.
The preparations are complete, and Victor's plan is in motion. He will arrive soon. Surely by now he must suspect his true nature, or at least question the nature of his gifts.
Yeah, Jack is like... I actually read it up on the wiki. Jack is like some sort of a supernatural thing, whatever. I'm not gonna spoil it.
He has come. Finally it begins.
So, sorry for my terrible voice acting. I like doing it. Here's another thing. Enlightened or duped, inside Boston's strangest church. Those of our readers who live near its headquarters and an ordinary-looking Boston residents will need no introduction to the Fellowship of Yith, or whatever the cult's name is. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. No small number are headquartered in the states of New England, where the Pilgrims themselves sought a new world free of religious persecution. But the question must be asked, at what point does a religion become a cult, and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbors, become victims? Probably didn't say that right. Or use the right tone, whatever. That is the question this journal poses in regard to the Fellowship of Yith. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind the so-called church. Story time with the Blue Rose Gamer Girl. Yay. Or the Blue Rose Girl. How do I forget my own username? It's terrible. Anyway, its origins are somewhat mysterious, the more so since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed or to assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the Fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. Come on. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind this faith, and that he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. Oh, excuse me. All this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric, whatever, spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. Excuse me again. Dry throat. Oh my gosh. Wish I could speed this up, but... The adherents of this obscure sector to be found loitering on the street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbors, and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police seem powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change color unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. Oh my gosh, this is forever. Like I said, story time with the Blue Rose Girl. Even more disturbing are those noises which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. Why do I cough every time? Many of the sex neighbors are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. Those few who dared complain to the police were told that because the house is private property, and because there is no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise complaint. That sucks. You can probably see me rolling my eyes here. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city more than 2 centuries on? Is this fellowship of Yith engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear and distress they cause to the local community? A source within the police department speaking on the condition of anonymity, whatever, tell the Globe that the fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes. But so far the lack of evidence and the reluctance of nervous witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say. Where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interests of Boston citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about the so-called church and its followers. Finally, last page. Findings will be published in these pages over the following months so that all may know the truth. Editor's note: it is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addlestone, who was leading the paper's investigation into the Fellowship of Yig when he apparently drowned in the Boston harbor. The coroner has ruled his death a suicide. Our condolences go out to his family. Thank God that's over. Do I have anything else? DCotE. I'm like gonna split this video into parts. You better believe it. This manuscript looks medieval, but claims to be a translation from classical Greek of a far older work from before the time of the first humans. The pages are stained, faded, and even burned in some places, making reading difficult. The legible sections, tell the history of unthinkably distant antiquity. They speak of races so strange as to be beyond human comprehension, and wars fought across vast gulfs of time and space. There are concepts so utterly alien that they sound like absolute madness. Time travel, flying polyps, mental projection, great race of Yith. It makes you dizzy just to read it. Okay. That was a long time, so I'm not going to do that often. Alright, so basically there's something behind the wall here. Yep, trapdoor. Go down the ladder.
Shit. That didn't hit.
That's not good.
Well, that's just swell.
That's like predictable of like any horror game. No matter. Whoa!
He's dead. The beam must have fallen and crushed his skull.
Lovely. If I look at that too long, I might go insane. I can't tell if that's Jack or the actual location making that vibration. We're in a morgue.
Medical charts on the human anatomy. Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here. In all my time on the job, I've never seen anything like this before. It looks like the bodies have been mutilated. If my instincts are right, I'd say they've been experimenting on each other.
Yeah, I like to see every little detail. I'm gonna try not to click or interact with too many of my surroundings just for time's sake. Alright. Looks like ketchup and mustard, it really does. Heard that from another LP or two. And he's right, it really does look like ketchup and mustard. Alright. Whatever these are. Let's go through here. That noise sounded familiar for some reason. Whatever. Had an itch on my eye. Alright. Let's go down here. That's not good. Some sort of weird looking alien machine.
I've never seen equipment like this before. Good God! What the hell is all this? I've never seen such equipment before. Who could have made such a machine?
I don't know, but in those like little boxes, those are like holding all of his organs and keeping him alive. And there's a green crystal right here.
Ah! It's too hot to pick up.
Okay, so we can't touch it. Let's push this big green button, see what it does.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it basically killed him. We just killed a guy. Great. Though I'm wondering if that was like an act of mercy or something. I mean, look at the guy.
The machine must have overloaded. He's dead.
Pick up the crystal.
The crystal's
Yep.
still warm.
Yeah, that just killed him. Put the poor sap out of his misery. Alright, let's go through here.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
Yep, I know. So does every other wooden tunnel we walk through, which is just one more.
It's too hot to touch.
Okay.
I think it's being used as a power source for the machine.
Can't use that, so press this big green button, opens the door. And look at this, interesting room that doesn't look alien in any shape or form. Oh no. And what is this old thing? That reminds me of Stargate.
What the hell is that?
Stargate. I'll shut up. I think we put the crystal in
It's
here.
a similar shape to the slot upstairs.
Yeah, we put the crystal right here. And it should power up this machine. And let's go to Atlantis. No. Oh, I remember what that noise is from. It's from the anime Blood Plus on that episode thing. That's what I was thinking of. What's happening? Oh my gosh, the place is going bright, and there are things coming out of it. Everything's white. There's the Yith. Big guys. Well, looks like the cult didn't live long enough for them to come out of the gate. And I'm blinded by a big white screen. Okay, why can't I quit yawning? Time skip.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it.
Don't you dare mention the word
Probably
amnesia.
brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming.
As always.
According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
Don't smoke, kids. Bad for your health. Wondering? No, I don't smoke either.
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Ryan Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
We're off to Innsmouth. Alright, I'm gonna... Next time I find a save point, I'm gonna read this and then we'll view the opening cutscene for Innsmouth, and then I'll save my game, and then I'll call it an episode. Here we go. February 6, 1922. Night. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson. Now I gotta talk like him. The regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I have been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue, a friend of the family. Mr. Anderson gave him the job as a favor. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson, and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and combination to the back office safe, to misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go, whatever that's supposed to mean. The usual hick town prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place, and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months of trying to break through my amnesia. Amnesia, the Dark Descent! I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. I hate reading long paragraphs out loud. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna reverse what I said earlier. I'm gonna keep reading them out loud, and if you guys want me to shut up, just let me know, and I'll just do the pause if you want to read thing. Off to Innsmouth. Glad Fraps records all of this. I didn't think it would record the FMVs and stuff like that. I guess, got an updated version, I guess. Had to go through a lot to get this on my computer from my crappy old laptop. If you remember me as Alice Lux Trent, you'll remember that crappy old laptop. I'm so happy to have a beautiful Dell Inspiron who I have called Saya. Yes, I've named my computer Saya. Don't judge me.
Driver, how far to the stop?
Almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after them all.
Whatever you say. It's a nice bus, though I might say a little up there in age. Oh, look at that headless statue. I wonder if it's like autumn or something.
This is it, stranger. End of the line.
Or the leaves are, or the trees are just dead. Either or. Probably the latter. He looks funny.
Could you direct me to the First National Grocery Store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
Bloody well. Alright, there's a save point here, somewhere.
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast.
For a save point. Ah, there it is. Alright. Save this game. And we will play again some other time. Thank you for watching this Let's Play, and hopefully, or this episode, and hopefully this Let's Play will, go why I'm yawning so much. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Hopefully this game will go fine, and I will actually finish it. If I actually finish a Let's Play for the first time in my life, I will be so freaking happy. Anyway, yeah, this was the Blue Rose Girl, and I will see you later. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, if you so desire. I'm not going to be one of those people who begs you, but whatever. I'll see you later.